Hey everyone, thanks for joining. Today we're going to be taking a look at two of my favorite tools that I often use, and that is Guide and Camtasia. Now, if you've ever had to decide between Camtasia and Guide, you've probably asked the same question, which is which one is better? And here's the thing, I wouldn't say it's a which is better rather than when to use each one conversation. Now, I've used both extensively, and honestly, they're both staying in my tech stack well into 2026 because they are really great for multiple reasons. Now, technically, they're both recording tools, but under the surface, they serve very different purposes. And we're going to take a look at each of those in a little bit of detail. Now, I'm going to break down the core difference between them and when I personally use each one, and also focusing on their strengths and limitations and pricing. Now, depending on which is best for your workflow will ultimately depend what your purpose is. And let's have a quick look at the core difference. Now, we've got an editor first versus a workflow first tool here, really. Now, we need to understand the philosophy behind each tool. So technically, Camtasia is what we would call an editor first tool. Means it's basically built for creators who want like full control of the production experience. And you get a good idea from this from the website, taking a look at everything within their tool stack. Now, I do want to say though, if you're not very technically savvy and you're not looking for extensive recording and production quality videos, this might be a bit challenging for you. However, if you are wanting to grasp a different way of editing your videos and looking for some additional tools, this is probably a good one to have a look at. Now, Camtasia is really like focused on, if we think about advanced editing, good transitions, things like audio polishing, post-production quality, studio level content, really a great option for you. Now, you can adjust multiple scenes, you can do multiple things within the tool, and I would recommend giving the free trial a good look so that you can see exactly the purpose of the tool and kind of what you're needing and if it's right for you. So basically, if you're looking for something really polished, really scripted, structured, and really customer facing, this is a good option for you. Now, I typically, when I use this, I would use this typically for things like product demos or sales videos, that kind of thing. I have used this before where I've created videos that are really much more external facing. So really a good option, really powerful all-in-one tool. Now, in comparison to that, Guide is a workflow first tool. So keep in mind, very different from a more editor first tool with Camtasia versus a workflow first tool with Guide. Now, think about all the different types of documentation you may want to create. So things like SOPs, onboarding docs, internal documentation, step-by-step guides. They've actually got quite a lot of use cases here, which I quite like because it does give you some ideas for how to use that. I've used it for things like onboarding walkthroughs, any kind of wiki or knowledge-based content. Really a good tool for that. And it's really less about like the cinematic production, more about speed, clarity, documentation. So that's kind of like the biggest difference between the two tools at a glance, and why I would say don't look at them as a side by side rather than when to use which, depending on what your needs are. Now, as mentioned, I use Camtasia specifically for those production quality sales videos, that kind of thing. So anything that's kind of customer facing, think about product demos. A lot of my colleagues use this for sales and marketing videos, anything like formal onboarding videos, educational content. So a lot of times people will take Camtasia videos and create like training videos and that kind of thing, and then build them into their repo. So a good option for that when you're really wanting something that's really reusable and high quality, especially if you're training external customers or external staff and that kind of thing. So really anything that is kind of needing to be really at a high polished standard. Now, why I say this is because of the advanced editing features. So things like trimming, transitions, effects, 4K resolution, it kind of has it all and feels like a proper video editor. Audio quality, is probably one of the next things that's really important for me, especially where you have training videos. Now, you may need to create videos that are really clear, they're really polished. They've got really different kind of voices, so they actually have AI features within the tools as well. So you've got things like AI voices that you can use or AI avatars, as well as AI translation, which is really handy to have. So really, really good option to use if you're needing advanced features like this. Now, offline editing, I found really is a handy tool to have. So if you are needing to edit things offline, really, really valuable to have in a tool like this. Now, I do want to mention it does require some skill, and there is a learning curve associated with Camtasia. As mentioned, they actually have a free option, so you can download and give it a bit of a spin. And I would recommend that if you're not 100% certain about the tool itself, um, do have a look at that and do the free download so that you can get a good idea of how the tool works and how easy it is to use. For me personally, I'm quite a tech savvy person, and I did find it a little bit tricky to use initially. And that is just purely because I do not come from an advanced editing background. So it can be a little tricky. However, it's a really, really good option if you do have that kind of skill behind you, and you are looking at those advanced features and making good use of them. Now, when I use Guide, in comparison to Camtasia, Guide is like my go-to for workflow documentation. I'm typically in the operations and tech space, so this is probably like the bulk of my day, is doing things like SOPs, creating how-to documents, that kind of thing. Really handy. So, I mean, I've used it for everything from SOP creation to internal training documentation, onboarding guides, things like knowledge base articles, as I mentioned earlier, FAQ pages, feature release notes, anything where it's really text heavy. However, also for short guides, which is really handy. So things like a quick product overview. I can just show individuals quickly within a couple minutes how to use it within the tool, and super easy to use. They've actually got a install free extension. You can actually see I've got it installed in my browser here, which I quite like. And you would just simply go and click on that and create your video. So for me, super handy. I don't need to go and do a whole lot when it comes to the tool itself. The speed is probably one of the biggest pluses for me because it really is super easy to use. They've got also options within the AI space, so you can go and add a description for your guide video. You can then go and tell it what kind of document you're creating, and they've got a few options here. So as mentioned, things like perhaps you're doing feature release notes, that kind of thing, and you want to create this really quickly and easily, you would simply go and give it that prompt. And off you go, and you can go and record, which is super handy because you can do this within minutes. And these are typically the kind of tasks that take me quite a long time to do. I find really quickly, really easy to do really quickly with Guide. Now, it stands out for me because of that ease of use. So no boot camp, no training required. I can go and give this to a lot of my colleagues to use. And as mentioned, your workflow itself is automatically captured. You can go and then create your storyline. So it does the scripting for you, which I found really handy. So if you're now using this for a training video, perhaps a walkthrough of some solution that's repeatable, it actually goes and creates a script for you, as well as all the captions, everything all one go, which is so handy to have. So I really like that. But you can still add things like personalization. So like Camtasia, they've actually got AI voices that you can use. And surprisingly, I found them really natural sounding. So a lot of them can sound quite robotic, which I don't like. And a lot of the time where perhaps I'm comfortable to record my voice over a demo, I might have colleagues who do not want to create training content and use their own voice. So this is a good option for them. You can then go and add in things like background music. So I do want to say that they do have editing features within Guide. So it's not like it's missing altogether. You can go and add things like background music and call outs, that kind of thing. Really handy to be able to customize it with brand kits as well. So you can brand your videos. But I wouldn't expect it to go and create kind of like the studio polished kind of feel that Camtasia does. So keep in mind, for very different reasons, I would kind of flip between the two tools. Now, super easy to use. Trade-off here is that you won't get that cinematic editing. And again, if that's not something that you need, this is a really good option for you because the output is still really clean and professional, but it's not going to be like studio finish kind of quality like Camtasia. So for things like internal content, that's probably perfectly fine, and that's what I would do. Now, let's have a look at the pricing comparison. I'm going to start out with a guide. So in terms of pricing, they do have a free plan available, and that's the one I'm actually currently using at the moment. However, they do have a paid for versions as well. So they've got pro, business, and they've got enterprise options. Do keep in mind the free plan is limited to 25 videos, but this is sometimes all you need, especially if you're a small organization or you're just doing a couple things internally and you just need a couple how-to videos, a really good option. And you can even record with a voiceover. You can share really easily, which I really liked as well. So really super accessible for smaller teams. I also like that their pricing is really transparent and you can kind of see all the features that they offer within each of the plans. So that's always a plus for me. So super easy to have a look at that. Now, in comparison, going over to Camtasia's pricing. So they do have, as mentioned, the free version available for online and desktop. So you can do the free download. It doesn't actually show here, but you can give that a bit of a trial. And then they've got different plans depending on if you're an individual or a team or business, or if you're in the education sector. So the pricing does range quite drastically between all of them. So I found it overall quite expensive because it is per year billed annually. So it can be quite pricey in comparison to some of the other tools out there. However, it is kind of more for your studio quality feel. So you may be expecting to pay a little bit more. And there's a perfect pop-up there. So as mentioned, they do have the free plan available, but they don't actually tell you what's really included at the outset. So I don't love that it's not fully transparent because you don't know when you may be billed. They do mention that you do not require a credit card to get started with the free plan. So I would recommend having a look at that and just seeing if that may be for you. Now, hopefully this is a good overview and this gives you a bit of a comparative view between the two tools. Overall, really great options to have a look at regardless. I wouldn't make it a versus tool or a versus review, should I say, because it should be when I should use each tool depending on my scenario. So again, the real answer, it really depends on your audience and your workflow. As mentioned, to wrap it up, if you're creating a high production, customer facing content and videos, I would go with Camtasia. However, if you need something fast, a little bit more flexible, and things like AI assisted workflows specific for documentation, I would probably go with Guide. However, it is a good option to have both of these on hand for you to use depending on your scenario. Thanks for joining, and hopefully this helped you decide which is best for you.